Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Wajid Remote Jabwala. I am a student at Rehan AI Teacher Training Institute. I am learning artificial intelligence. I aim to use AI to solve real world problems. So today I will review of a TED Talk. I hope you are all doing well. Today I am going to share a review of a very interesting and inspiring TED Talk. Let's begin. That this TEDx talk focuses on the future of education and how learning is changing in today's modern world. The speaker explains that the traditional way of teaching, where teachers explain everything and students just listen, may not be effective in the future. The main idea of this TEDx talk is that children can learn by themselves if they are given the right environment, tools, and freedom. Instead of depending completely on teachers, students should be encouraged to explore, ask questions, and discover answers on their own. At the beginning of this TEDx talk, the speaker shares some real life experiments. In these experiments, children were given access to computers and the internet without any formal teaching. Surprisingly, the children started learning on their own. They worked in groups, shared ideas, and helped each other understand different concepts. This shows that curiosity is a powerful tool for learning. One of the most important concepts discussed in this TEDx talk is self organized learning. This means that students can manage their own learning without strict control. When students are curious and interested, they become more active learners. They don't just memorize information, they try to understand it deeply. The speaker also talks about the role of technology in this TEDx talk. In today's world, information is easily available on the internet. Because of this, students don't need to memorize everything. Instead, they should learn how to find information, understand it, and use it in real life. Another important point is in this TEDx talk is the importance of asking big and interesting questions. The speaker suggests that teachers should ask questions that make students think deeply. Questions like how does the brain work or what why they we dream. Why do we dream? Encourage discussion, teamwork, and critical thinking. In the middle of this TEDx talk, the speaker introduced the idea of a school in the cloud. This is a learning system where students learn through the internet with very little direct teaching. In this system, teachers act as guides or helpers rather than traditional instructors. This TEDx talk also highlights the importance of encouragement. When children are appreciated and supported, they become more confident and motivated. Even Simple encouragement can improve their learning experience. Another key message in this TEDx talk is that learning should be enjoyable. Students learn better when they are interested and happy. If learning becomes boring, students lose motivation. The speaker also questions the traditional exam system in this TEDx talk. He explains that exams often test memory instead of real understanding. In the future, education should focus more on creativity, problem solving, and critical thinking skills. Towards the end of this TEDx talk, the speaker explains that the future of education will be very different. Schools will become more flexible and technology based. Students will take more responsibility for their own learning, and teachers will act as mentors. In my opinion, this TEDx talk is very inspiring and eye opening. It changed the way we think about education. It teaches us that learning is not only about books and classrooms, but also about curiosity, exploration, and creativity. However, I believe that some guidance from teachers is still important. So, a balance is needed. In conclusion, this TEDx talk teaches us that education is changing and we must adopt to new ways of learning. Students should become active learners and teachers should support them in their learning journey. Thank you so much for watching and listening.